Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I've got the first of my wintry Christmas sets for 2024. This is a really frosty blue acrylic set using our colour of the week at the nail team. So to see how it's created, keep watching. So Miss Tammy, my Elena hand, is all ready for this set, and the colours I'm going to be using is the beautiful Diana from the Gems acrylic range. She's a super sparkly blue acrylic, and I'm going to add a touch of glitter with Zodiac Glitters Scorpio, beautiful blue and silver mix. From the ice crystals I'm going to be using Arctic, and from Gemma's mixes I have got Snowflakes. These are just a really nice white iridescent snowflake. And of course we gotta have crystal clear acrylic, and I'm going to start off using crystal clear to apply my thin clear base onto all of the nails. And I have used the Gems clear stiletto tips for this set, and I wanted to keep them full length and have a nice long sharp stiletto design. I'm using the Eleanor brush from the Gems range as well. So Diana, the acrylic I am working with in this design, is currently our colour of the week, and she is just £5 until the end of day on Sunday or sometimes Monday morning. We also have Diana in a gel polish, so if you are a gel polish user you've still got her to buy, and again she is just £5. And I'm starting with her. Just a look at how pigmented and shimmery she is. So I'm going to apply her on the index finger, and I'm just feathering, fading it sort of halfway down the nail with full coverage right at the cuticle, just tidying it up. But she is so sparkly. On the middle finger I'm going to do a full nail, so my first bead is getting that cuticle nice and neat and tidy, making sure I don't flood it, making sure I don't have too much thickness there, and then I will start to pull and paint the rest of that product down the nail. And you can see just how pigmented Diana really is. That was just one bead, and she is so sparkly my camera is really struggling to focus on her. I'm going in with the second bead, and I'm just painting that on, building up the coverage where it was a little bit patchy where I began to fade it out. And then on the pinky, exactly the same as the index finger, just from the cuticle, and then I'm going to paint and feather it down. Always getting that cuticle nice and neat before I start pulling the product down the nail. Currently at the nail team we do have our Pink Friday sale on. It is our take on a Black Friday, but much more our colour scheme, and you can get up to 80% off selected products. So if you're looking to stock up your nail supplies for Christmas, now is the ideal time. And for those products not included in the Pink Friday sale, you can still use my code Helen5 for 5% off. I'm going back to my index finger now, and I'm going in with that Scorpio glitter. I'm just applying it where Diana started to fade out, and I'm just keeping that mostly in the centre of the nail. I am feathering it down slightly because I'm then going to go in with Arctic, the iridescent glitter, and I'm going to sort of swirl and mix those two glitters together. And I really liked the look that was created with the two different blues, that iridescent and also the silver that is mixed in with Scorpio. Onto the ring finger now, and I'm going to kind of have a full nail of what I've just done on the tip there. So I've started off with Arctic, and then I'm going to go in with Scorpio at the cuticle, and I'm going to sort of pull and feather it into Arctic and sort of mix the two glitters together. I'm not going to come right to the tip on this nail because I want it to sort of feather out into a bit of a glassy look, and I'm still going to be adding some of those snowflake glitters as well. And because I am adding snowflake glitters, I'm working super thin because I'm going to have to work with some acrylic to apply that, or apply those to the nail. And finally the pinky is exactly the same as the index finger. So starting off with Scorpio into Arctic ice crystals, mix those two together. There was possibly a little bit more of Arctic to Scorpio in that one, so I think I might have gone back into and added a little bit more. And I thought Scorpio was the perfect glitter because it was those mixes of blue. Just going to add a little bit of a swoosh of Arctic on to the middle finger, just for a little touch of iridescent and to pull all of the nails together. And then I decided to go back in with Diana and just sort of feather that over top of those glitters a little way, just to add a little touch more. And also that Diana sparkle shimmer will fill in some of the gaps between the glitters that I might not have filled. I just thought it was a touch you didn't necessarily need, but I quite liked it. Now I'm going to start applying my snowflake glitters. So I've tipped them out onto my kitchen towel so I can easily pick them up one at a time. I've gone in with a wash of clear acrylic, not a super thin wash, but not a super thick wash either. Laid my snowflakes into it, and now I've gone in with my little bit of plastic, wrapped it round the nail, pulled it tight underneath. This is going to help stick those glitters down and also contour them to the shape of the nail, because obviously the nail is slightly curved and they are completely flat. And I can also then start to use my own body heat to help set that acrylic a little bit quicker. I'm just going to leave those in place, and I'm going to do the same on the ring finger, but I'm just going to add a couple at the tip where I left it clear. Now on the middle finger that I've just done, those snowflakes aren't quite sitting fully flat, so I am going to have to go back and add a little bit more acrylic, but I thought I would work on these two. I didn't have my bit of plastic down very well, so there is absolutely no setting of that acrylic, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more over top of those glitters just to try and hold them in place, and then back in with my plastic. I don't mind if they overlap, so we lose some of the snowflakes at the tip. Obviously it's getting thinner, it's thinner than the width of those glitters, and that is absolutely fine. Just leaving that to fully set down, and I'm going back to the middle finger. Now I've cut some of those snowflakes in half, and I'm going to just place those in and around where I placed the full snowflakes. So washes of clear acrylic, and then I'm just picking up those snowflake halves, sticking them on. I'm going to do half a nail at a time because I don't want that acrylic to start to set while the snowflakes aren't laying completely flat. Just pinching in while that works, but I'm going to file away any excess snowflake that's overhanging the side of the nail. And then I'm going to just popping back to this nail and finishing off, and I'm just again placing those little snowflake halves, and I'm going to end up with a full snowflake nail here, with that Diana and those Arctic ice crystals in the back. It looked really, really pretty when it's done. It's a little bit fiddly when you're working with glitter shapes like this because you don't want to place them all on at the same time. You want to make sure you've got enough acrylic that they sort of lay flat into, but not too much acrylic that you're creating so much thickness that when you then encapsulate and file the nail, you file the glitters away. So it's a little bit of fun, a little bit of messing around backwards and forwards, but it is absolutely worth it in the end. So you can see I'm pressing down with my thumbs, my body heat, just to help have those glitters nice and flat on the nail and for the acrylic to cure. Now this is the design all done. The acrylics, the glitters are all laid down. So I'm going to encapsulate in clear acrylic. This is where I build up the apex and all of the structure. I make sure all of that glitter is fully encapsulated so I don't file it away. And then I'll use my Katie Barnes e-file and the e-file bits, plus my Gems hand files, and I'm going to file these nails to shape. Get that nice sharp stiletto shape that I'm wanting, refine the surface of the nails so they're nice and smooth, ready for those finishing touches. And here they are, all freshly filed. I love that full snowflake nail. I think it's my absolute favourite. Giving them a good wipe over, remove any dust or fluff, and I decided just to add a few crystals. So these are the Midnight Blue crystals from the nail team. I'm going to apply them with my Gems Greta glue, and I'm just going to apply a few crystals just at the cuticle, on the index and the pinky. So I'm sort of starting with the biggest crystal in the middle, and then I get smaller as I go out, and I'm just matching the sizes on either side. Sometimes I like to pick out my crystals beforehand and sort of lay them on the table so that I'm not rummaging in the pot or the tray or wherever I've put them to find the right sizes. I didn't do this with this nail, so it was I did end up cutting quite a bit out while I was trying to find the right size. I did with the second, and it was much quicker because I knew what was going where. I had it right in front of me. So here we go, exactly the same thing. I always start with the middle crystal and then I build the design. I say the middle crystal, I always start with the biggest crystal. Even if I'm using shape crystals, I'm doing more of a full crystal nail. I start with the biggest crystal and then work from that. Now I'm happy with how this design is looking, so we need to bring in the one and only Tina Top to finish this set off, making sure that glue I use to apply the crystals is fully dried before we go in. Otherwise you'll start to pull that glue away, it goes all stringy, it goes all horrible. Make sure the glue is fully dry. And we're just going to add a nice generous coat to all of these nails. This is going to wake them up, going to bring back all of that sparkle, all of that glitter, all of that shimmer. Just the whole look of the nail is going to come back to life when we've applied this top coat. And Tina Top is on offer in the Pink Friday sale. It's actually a set of 3 is on offer for £15, which is an absolutely brilliant offer. So if you are a Tina Top user, great time to stock up on that. I'm gutted I stocked up last week. Anyway, that goes in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds, and here is the finished design and my first wintry Christmas set of 2024 over here on YouTube. Now I have actually already done a number of designs which are on my Instagram and my TikTok, and there is definitely going to be a lot more content over there over the festive period. I will have a few more designs over here on my YouTube channel, but if you don't follow me on Instagram and TikTok, please do, because I'm going to have so many more designs over there. And also I do TikTok lives every week, same name, Cinder Helen Nails on both, so do go and check me out if you don't already. So we've come to the end of this design and the end of this video. I will pop all the product details in the caption as always, but they are all from gemsnailsystems.com, so don't go and check them out. Diana is currently colour of the week, but she will go back to full price late Sunday night or early Monday morning. And there are lots of other products currently in the Pink Friday sale on until the 30th of November, or you can always use Helen 5 for 5% off all full price products. If you have enjoyed this video, do please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe button. As I already said, go and check out my Instagram and my TikTok, which are both Cinder Helen Nails, for a lot more designs and a lot more content. And if you do have any design requests or just want to leave me any comments, do please. I love to hear from my viewers. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I know I've been a little bit hit and miss with my YouTube videos lately, but I'm definitely trying to do a few more as and when I can. But thank you for sticking around and persevering with me. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will be back with another video as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye. Mwah.